fellow collectors, and welcome to Long's Toys. Today we are taking a look at Deluxe Class Aerialbot Air Raid from the brand new Transformers Age of the Primes line from Hasbro. Very excited to be getting new Aerialbots. Took a look at Slingshot 2 days ago. He was great. Really excited. Air Raid, for whatever reason, has always been my favorite Aerialbot. I don't know why. Maybe I just like the sleek black jet mode. I just think he looks really cool. I think it's hilarious here, though, like how small he looks in the window. I feel like they should have moved him up a little bit, but it doesn't really matter. But sticking with this new packaging, we do have the plastic window back. Really nice artwork of the robot mode and the vehicle mode here on the front. Over here on this side, we get some cool artwork of Superion. Cannot wait until Silver Bowl comes out. Very excited for that. Over here, we have another part of, I guess, which is going to be like a 4-part mural of the Ring of Primes statues. So that's kind of cool. We'll see how that goes. Not too much going on the bottom. Just says Aerialbot Air Raid on the top. Spinning it around to the back, we have some nice product shots of the robot mode and the vehicle mode. So I'm excited for this one. I'm going to go ahead, get him out of the packaging, and we'll take a closer look. Here is Air Raid out of the packaging. I think he looks absolutely fantastic. Very, very cartoon accurate. I really love what they did here. You have the wings out to the side. I feel like they're a little high. I feel like in the show they probably would have been more down here, like in the hips region, but I'm fine with it. It still looks great. I really like this guy quite a bit. Head sculpt, I think, is phenomenal. Very cartoon accurate. I love the blue eyes. The paint for the silver up here on the top of the head, as well as the gray for the face, looks great. That Autobot symbol there is absolutely crisp and beautiful. I love that. All of this, like, you know, the jet parts hanging off the back. You have some really nice Autobot symbols here. White paint here for the stripe on the wings looks great. The silver here for the cockpit looks really good. You do have some wings here on the back. Now, these come separately in the box. You just have to peg them in here on the back. Very simple to do. But yeah, overall, he's really, really great. Articulation-wise, head can swivel side to side. You get a little bit of up and a little bit of down. Not too bad. Tilt side to side, not really there, but you have a really nice hinge here in the shoulder, as well as a rotation. Now, you can't really go all the way around because that's going to hit into the wing there, but you do have nice rotation there. Bicep swivel, I would say 90 degrees there in the elbow. Nothing in the wrist because they just fold into the forearm for transformation, so no movement there. You do get a waist swivel, as you can see. Kick pretty far forward. Kick pretty far back. Kick pretty far here to the side. Nice range of motion there at the hip. Or a thigh swivel there. Knees. And then you got your ankle tilt, full 90-degree ankle tilt. Fantastic. So yeah, really, really like this guy. Now, if for some reason you don't like the wings out to the side, you can see that there's a little tab there and a little tab indent. You can absolutely just peg these wings back. So if you like that look a little bit better, you think that's a little bit cleaner, you absolutely can do that. It isn't quite animation accurate, but if you don't care, if you just like that pinned back look, you can absolutely do that. If you like that little bit cleaner look there. In terms of other accessories, he has these two twin little blasters. They can fit very easily into his hands. Very, very simply. And there you go. He is ready to go. Let's bring in his wave mate and fellow Aerialbot Slingshot. So we got the makings of a team here. I'm loving this. These guys look great together. Really, really happy that I got 2/5 of the team. Cannot wait for Silverbolt. I think that's going to be a ton of fun. Really excited for that. Yeah, these guys look great. Alright, getting into transformation. Not too difficult. We're going to kind of straighten out the arms and then rotate those fists into the forearm. They don't go all the way in. They only go about 90 degrees. You're going to want to fold back the wings. And then you can see that there's a peg hole here on the inside of the forearm and a peg there. So you're just going to peg the arm into the side like so. Do the same thing over here. Make sure that wing is back and out of the way so there's clearance. Peg that in. Take the head, rotate that around 180 degrees. Then you're going to come to the back here and kind of rock this a little forward just to kind of untab it from the back. And then you can start to pull this back and accordion it out. Straighten that up and then this will come around, and you can see that there are 2 tab slots here on the top of the shoulders, and these 2 tabs right here and here are going to peg in there. So drop that right in there. Still want to leave the wings about 45 degrees for right now. Next, you're going to straighten out the feet if you have the ankle tilt engaged. And then this whole section is going to swing up on this pin right here. So like that. Then you're going to bring the foot down and peg that in to the back of the shin. So if we lift this one up, you can see there's a nice big tab slot there on the back of the shin. And a nice big tab there on the back of the foot. Just like that. Then we are going to push these together, sandwich these together. There we go. Then we are going to lift up this entire black section here. Lift this up and pop this up on this piece here. You can see the thrusters here. These are going to be the back. So this whole section here is going to come up and fit in front of that section, and then tab in here to the rest of the jet mode. There we go. And then you're just going to take the feet here and kind of peg them in. You can see that there is a big tab right there and a tab slot, so pop that in. And then you're going to bring this down. The reason you wanted to leave this out is because you can see that there's a tab here on the inside of the forearm, and then there's a spot right there that will kind of bring that in. And you could do it earlier, but then when you try to bring this part in, sometimes it makes the wings flip around, so I just wait and do it at the end. Then you're just going to fold down these fins on the side and then spin these fins around 180. And there you go. That is air raid in vehicle mode. Okay, so for the most part, I really like the vehicle mode. I think the type of jet it is, it looks fantastic. This is definitely, you know, like an 80s. I think it's an F-14. I could be completely wrong about that. Feel free to yell at me. But it's the same kind of jet that, like, the Seekers are, right? So it looks good. I really like that. I really like the Autobot symbols. I love the white paint there. I do wish these 2 fins were a little bit further out. They really should be more about, like, where the hinge is. I totally understand that because of this hinge, they can't really do that. And I guess they figured we'll just center it in the middle of the leg. But they're a little too close together. They definitely should be further apart, like about maybe 1/4 of an inch further away on each side from each other. Not a big problem, just if I'm making minor nitpicks. I also don't love the way the feet just kind of hang out here. You could almost kind of make it look like he's got a launch pad or something. Or like he's jumping like a frog. I don't know. It's not terrible, but I just don't love the way the feet just hang out there. You do have a landing gear built into the chest here, so you can flip this panel out like so, and then that acts as landing gear so he can kind of not fall forward because he's got those giant feet. But yeah, just not the best. You can take the guns and pop them under here if you like the look of that. Doesn't look too bad. I guess technically you could even peg them in under here. I don't know why you would, but you could. So yeah, I feel like the vehicle mode is like 85% perfect. I mean, if you just look at it like this, it's great. With the exception of these back fins being a little too close together. But I can forgive that. I get it. I understand why it had to happen that way. And I can live without that. Or live with that. And this looks good. I really like this. It's just when you look at it from the side, you know, I'm getting old Blitzwing vibes of having a bunch of weird kibble here on the underneath. But the cool thing is, if we get ready, if we think about how this guy is going to turn into the back of the leg, I would imagine you'd have to probably flip these around and then probably just fold these back up. And then you would take this whole section and bring it back down like for robot mode. But there's actually another hinge here so that you can bring this down and flip this down like this. So then you'd bring this down and peg it in just like with robot mode. So let me get that in there. And then you would bring this down and put that like that. And then you would use those tabs here and the tab slot on the wing to bring this in. And then I'm assuming at that point you might want to turn the head back around, because otherwise you're just going to have his head looking at you. But that should be it. That should be him plugging into the back of Superion's leg. You can see there's a little tab here. And also when you look at this, you can see that he's got tab slots on the arms. I would imagine that that is going to peg into the back of Superion's leg. And definitely these connectors here are going to peg into the back of Superion's leg. So I would have to imagine this is what he's going to look like. Boom, pegged into the back of Superion's leg. But yeah, pretty cool. Not too bad. Very easy to transform him from plane to this configuration, so shouldn't be too bad. Also had to throw in a quick shot of these two together in vehicle mode. Really love that we're starting to form the team here, although I have to say definitely very different elevations, because he's got these giant feet on the bottom. That's one thing I feel like this is very streamlined, the way he transforms, very clean underneath. But yeah, I still really like both of these, and I'm very happy to be building out the team here. I cannot wait for more of them. I think Air Raid's a lot of fun. I mean, like I said, he's always been my favorite Aerialbot, and I think they did him justice here. I really like the robot mode. I think that's pretty much spot on. I really don't have too many complaints about the robot mode. And the vehicle mode is very good as well. Just a couple of minor things. Those back, top fins, I wish they were a little spaced out a little bit more. And the fact that his feet just kind of hang out underneath. Again, not a huge problem, but just, cosmetically not as best as it could be. So maybe I give the robot mode like, 90% there, and then the vehicle mode's like 80-85% there. Overall, still a very enjoyable time. Very cartoon accurate looking Air Raid. Really nice articulation, paint sharp, color scheme's great. Really no complaints on any of that kind of stuff. So definitely a good time. I'm very excited for these new Aerialbots. Cannot wait to get the other three. But yeah, off to a really good start with Slingshot and Air Raid here. So let me know what you guys think in the comments below. Please like, share, and subscribe. Hope you enjoyed the video, and as always, thank you so much for watching.